It's not often that a high school in our area stages an original play.
And it's even more unusual when that play was written by a former student. But that is exactly what's happening this weekend at Milton High School.
Our Michael Bruno goes backstage at Milton High School's production of There's No Place, written by former student Jim Lyke.
We need to work some things out first.
You still hold that black eye against me? It's not my fault you bruised so easy. That was nothing.
That has got to stop. You can't do that to me anymore.
Oh, come on. Don't be that way.
They told me I could choose my topic, and I thought of homelessness because a very good friend of mine runs the program, the nonprofit, that assists homeless youth.
You're the only guy I've been with. You need to start trusting me.
I just love you so much, baby. I can't help it.
Well, if you want me to come back to you, we need to work some things out.
And so it was kind of on my brain from the stories that she had told me about the young people that she had worked with.
You can't hit me anymore.
I don't hit you.
You know damn well you do.
Little love taps, not hard.
Well, it's got to stop, especially now that I'm pregnant.
We started off with Dylan reading his book On the Road by Kerouac when Wayne comes in attempting to perform a homeless count.
What is your race?
Human. The human race. I used to be a part of the rat race.
He has to use all of his outside sales training in order to get any information out of Dylan. You don't have to be out here or in your car. There are shelters, you know.
What happens to your character in that scene?
He gets angry about it. I may be living under a bridge, but I'm not an idiot because he doesn't really want to be seen as just another idiot on the street. He wants to be seen as his own person, kind of. What's the catch?
Catch?
Yeah. What humiliating ritual do I have to go through to earn shelter for the night?
How do you think the audience is going to respond to this production?
I think they're going to take away that they shouldn't judge people based on first looks, because you can look at a person and think, oh, they're probably living a pretty good life. They have some brand name clothes, but in actuality, they could probably be house hopping. They could be sleeping in an alleyway that night. And I just want them to rethink before they just spill out some words about someone.
Yes, we offer prayer and devotions, but we won't force you into it or turn you away if you don't participate. During the play, I want them to really try to feel for the characters that are struggling. I want them to put themselves in Maddie's shoes. I want them to put themselves in Dylan's shoes. I want them to put themselves in Abby and Keisha's shoes. I just want them to think about it.
Unless you know somebody or a family that has gone through that, I think it's one of those things that you just, and I think the same is true as adults, you don't want to think about, you don't want to acknowledge, and it really wakes you up.
I'll tell you what, if you come tomorrow, I'll be there too. Does that help?
Okay, Wayne Carver. Outside salesman, you've closed the deal. I'll take you up on it. What have I got to lose, right?
What have you got to lose? Homelessness.
That's a powerful piece.
It is a very powerful
Michael's
piece.
here now. It's been performed other places, but first time for a high school setting.
That's correct. Jim wrote it originally for the Janesville Performing Arts Center, and then he kind of refigured it for high school students because he's both a graduate of Milton High School, so he's kind of bringing it all back home to his high school that he graduated from.
It's raising awareness of a very important subject.
It truly is, and these high school students are amazing to tackle those kind of issues, and it's just wonderful to see how they can absorb that into their acting and into their classes.
Very thoughtful, yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, There's No Place. That's at Milton High School tonight and tomorrow at 7, Sunday at 2 o'clock. You can only buy tickets online at ticketpicket.com and then search for Milton High School. Or if you can scan this code, but you probably don't have your camera out and ready to go. So
Ticketspicket.com.
And then there'll be a search and just type in Milton High School.
Okay. All right.
All right, next week.
Next week, it's The Importance of Being Earnest. It's Stroller's Theater. It's Martel. Yes.